You should be taking 6 photographs for this assignment, the arts and elements of photography. You should have found for the very first item, which is to photograph scale, 2 things of different sizes. In this example, the mama dog and the puppy were really good examples of different sizes. You could also take a stuffed animal and put it next to a pet. You could also take a fruit like a grape and put it next to a watermelon, and we could see that they're different in size. The second photo, color. You might not have bananas at home, but maybe you have some red apples, and you could take a photo of the apples by themselves, so we could really just focus on the color of the fruit. Number 3, line. Maybe you don't have many blinds at home, or maybe you don't have tile, you have carpet, but you can just take a picture of lined notebook paper. Or you could take a picture of the lines in, let's say, a pattern in your bedspread or a pillow on your couch. Lines. Shape. We can find shapes in different things, from signs outside of our house. We can find shapes of animals, people. We learned this in our PowerPoint presentation 2 weeks ago, that photographing an animal or a person in front of a brightly lit window and then standing in the shadowy part of the room and turning off the lights and taking a picture of them in front of the window would give a shape of a person or object or animal. That's an advanced option for this slide. Texture, the potted plant here, we can see the texture, but you can also go and take a picture of tree bark outside and the crevices of the bark of the tree with the little bitty indentions, and the light from the sky shining on the tree bark shows all the imperfections. We get the idea if we run our fingers over tree bark, it's not the same as running our fingers over our glass window in front of our room. It's a different texture. So to get that, you have to get really, really, really close to the tree bark, zoom in, and take the photograph. Same goes for anything soft. You can take a picture of, let's say, the fabric in a sweater and really zoom into the thread and the direction the thread is going in the fabric. We get the idea looking at that it's soft. Space, taking 2 objects and making sure everything else is clean in the background, and just focusing on 2 objects in the photograph with space in between them. It doesn't matter if it is 1 foot or 5 feet in between them, as long as we can see that they're in line and that there's this middle ground, and that is the empty space. Generally, one in the foreground is in focus and the item in the background is out of focus. And of course, putting these items on a Google slide, and then if that is not working for you, a Google Doc, and then coming over to the assignment, photo activity, art elements and photography, and turning it in. I'll be looking that you come here to turn it in, and that you have a date and time code for today for this particular lesson.